In this component of the course, we deal with the division of time in forest operations. We've dealt with the theory and why we time, and why we want to understand time in managing our operations. This component introduces you to the particular nomenclature involving what we call particular components of time for the workplace, and how we use these to manage our operations. If we look at the total time, this is the total time or the total number of hours in a year. We have 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. This is the total maximum amount of time that we have available for a year. This can be divided into non-workplace time, hours after work, weekends, and public holidays. These are necessary for the operation because we can't have a person operating a machine or a laborer working for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We have workplace time. This is the time available to work at the workplace. In other words, the shift length. We can schedule the shift length to be anything between 8 and 12 hours, if not longer, depending on how legislatively you work. We have non-workplace time. These are break times during the work times, meals or others, but also inspections and visits that can affect the time available to work with interruptions of the productive work time. Productive work time is the time when the machine is actually working and producing something, cutting trees, labor planting plants. Other time is planning and relocation, setup time. This is important because it makes sure that the operation can happen and work effectively and efficiently in the allocated time available. Service time, while the machine is working, they break down, have to be serviced and refueled. If we look at this practically, this is the time breakdown of a cutting length harvester working a eucalyptus clear felling operation. In this particular example, we can see the productive times of processing, in other words, removing the bark from the tree, cross-cutting, cutting the tree into logs, obviously felling, as well as the supportive or supplementary work components like boom in and boom out and moving, which allow the machine to do the particular type of work. But there's also a 12% component of delay. By understanding the delay, we can see that the operator had rest and lunch breaks. There was an issue with the chain that kept on breaking or needed to be replaced, but also some sort of operational delay in terms of the particular species of timber being harvested, stacking and moving slash. Eucalyptus produces a lot of bark, and with this timber being debarked and debranched, there's a lot of slash lying around that often needs to be moved and cleared so they can clear the way for the harvester head to cut more trees. But what about the 29% that is fairly manageable of radio and cell phone delays? Radio delays being the fact that the operator was communicating with the supervisors or other team members, but also in this particular example, the cell phone use where the machine operator would stop the machine and idle it for up to 10 minutes dealing with a phone call or a text message. That brings us to the end of this component of time division in forest operations and how we understand and how we classify time for particular operations.